Yeah. Ooh, did you hear that too?
She told me.
Yeah.
She's
She tells you.
she she was very informative. Got it.
Get it. That's helpful. Man, that's way better than Audacity.
That is pretty cool that it lets you know when they're recorded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
But all right, let's get into our Hawkeye episode, bro.
Bro.
All right, so we're gonna talk about Hawkeye some today.
Yeah.
And we're
Hey,
also
now I can
doing,
show it.
yeah.
we're,
This is
we're,
our this is our reading material. Matt Fraction's Hawkeye with David Aya, and also in these books, there's the introduction of Kate Bishop to
yes.
Clint Barton, and the beginning of their whole dynamic, which is pretty
Beautiful.
fucking fantastic to watch go down. it's it's definitely like watching like your dad interacting with your best friend that's like totally cool with them, and like
But doesn't
but
want to
like
be.
yes, exactly, that doesn't really want them, and I guess that wasn't like the best way to do it, but all right, let's get into Hawkeye. Clint Barton, created by Stan Lee and artist Don Heck. He first appeared as a villain in Tales of Suspense in 1964, and he later joined the Avengers in 1965.
Oh, I
And
didn't know that.
that, yeah, yeah, actually, since because he debuted as a villain, that's why his costume was purple, because like purple used to be like reserved for like villains, I guess.
Oh, okay. I was wondering
Yeah,
where the purple came from because I was like, that seems like a weird focus. And I thought it
yeah,
was just because of the artist, but
right. But
huh.
no, 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 I guess like that's why. I didn't know that either. I found that out when I was doing my research on him, because like who really knows that much about Hawkeye? Come on.
No, I didn't. I even tried to research Hawkeye and I couldn't find that.
Mhm. But he's had a lot of different aliases. He's been Goliath when he would use like Pym particles to get like big and shrink and all that.
Oh,
Yeah, Ronin, which we seen in Endgame and today, right?
so badass.
And for some reason, the Golden Archer. I don't know. It's it sounds like a P thing to me.
Okay, I'm glad that I wasn't the only one that thought it.
But yeah, Jeremy Renner portrays him, right? We all know that, of
Yeah,
course. All right.
he did a pretty good job too, or
Yeah.
he's doing a pretty good job, I think.
Mhm. And while he has no powers, he's in, like, we could tell he's in peak physical human condition, like, the best you can be anyway.
Yeah,
Well, without being like Cap or someone, right?
yeah. It's
Like, you know what? He's no slouch.
no,
He's no
no.
slouch. You know what? Maybe I got a little out of hand calling him peak physical condition. Like we seen in the comic where he falls off the roof.
You know, you know what Hawkeye, what he reminds me of is that one guy that we all know that just like drinks and smokes himself to shit, but for some reason, like could show up at a 10K and like beat us all.
Yeah. He's definitely that guy. But yeah, like that's Hawkeye, right? We read the Matt Fraction Hawkeye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
The
kind
I
of brought a new like kind of swagger to Hawkeye, I thought, that I didn't really like see before.
yeah, like so I guess like I kind of nerded out about this because I really, really, really enjoyed this comic. I even like that since it came out in 2013, I got this from the library and it says 2013. So like I feel like I got the first version because even like the one that you showed me
Yeah.
is different, right? So like they
Yeah.
put the chapters in reverse order.
Yeah, the
Uh,
one I got like just came out like last month, because it's the
yeah.
entire thing. Yeah.
And I guess it does make sense to put like the young Avenger at the front
Hmm.
because like other than like an addition at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I kind of thought that was cool. But the library usually can have disgusting pages, and there was none too. So that was a silver lining.
Yeah, true. Go
But
go to your public library, everyone. Sometimes you can get books that aren't sticky.
yeah.
Only sometimes though. They're
Only
not
some
making any guarantees.
other times you don't you got to play that what's that goo. And but yeah, so when I was reading this, like from the get-go, Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, the relationship is very like platonic, right? And I think like maybe that's why I enjoyed it so much, because it kind of, not to nerd out, but it reminds me of my friendship with you, where it's very much like, hey, if you die, can I have your stuff? And it's like, that's just,
Absolutely not.
it's just like, it's so inappropriate, but like, that's how she talks
Yeah,
to him. Right. And I was just
yeah.
like, yeah, like that's cool. Whereas like in the show, it's more of like a father daughter type. That's how it felt to me. Where in the comic, it feels more like
Yeah,
sister brother.
in the comic, they definitely rely on each other more than the show where she kind of relies on him, right?
Yeah, yeah. And they both
Right,
just kind
bro?
of like, bro.
Bro, you go,
I,
bro.
I love how how do I put this? So they're both really highly skilled people, obviously, and they are above average, but I love how it doesn't really like make them any better at like being a superhero. Like it helps them get out of situations, but it's usually situations that they put themselves in.
Right?
But yeah, so I guess would you classify it as like crime fiction, crime superhero fiction?
I'd say more spy,
Yeah,
maybe.
okay, all right.
Maybe more just like they're vigilantes, right? They're like daredevil level. They're just going in there and fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
And but with some tech, right? Because like we seen the Trek arrows, we'll get into the Trek arrows later, but they're pretty fucking
Oh,
cool.
those are so good. I did want to talk about the artwork a little bit. Because like obviously it's been a topic of debate too that came up where like people were like, I'm boycotting Hawkeye because they aren't paying the artist
Yeah.
or giving him credit. Um, I will say this, the show definitely used the art well.
It
Stayed
you know
true to the
what?
vibe.
You know what? My whole thing is like, yes, but there's like a few things, right? It's purple. He
Yeah.
doesn't own the color purple, but like,
No.
yeah, but like, yes, they're clearly biting off his stuff, but like, that's what Disney's been doing from the beginning. And like, you can, like, yeah, they should be, but they don't have to because they own these things. Like, the
Yeah.
people did the work for them, they paid them for the work. Like, arguably, yeah, they should be getting paid more. I don't know. It's kind of one of those, like, it is what it is. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna not watch it.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I wish they would, but it's kind of like it's Disney. What do you expect?
Yeah. And like in some way, no offense to is it Mark Aja? I just know the last name Aja.
Yeah,
Um,
David Aja.
but like unless you're in the graphic novel community, nobody know like I didn't know who he was before I picked up Hawkeye.
Hmm.
So like in a way, it's not payment, but like his stock probably went up because
Yeah, yeah.
people are like,
He'll probably get more work and he can probably, charge more for his work. It's kind of like, you know what? Like I've seen more fans complaining about it than him. I'm actually not sure if I've seen him actually
yeah.
complaining about it. I think it might just be people being, we're angry about stuff. Like
Yeah.
like I know people are trying to cancel Jeremy Renner. I don't know why. I didn't
Why?
even
He
look
seems
into
so
it.
nice.
I know. I'm sure it's about something he said a long time ago or something, right? Or you know
Purple's a
what?
girl color.
Yeah. Or you know
Canceled.
what? Personally, I could be wrong about that too because I haven't looked into it at all because like I don't know, I don't care.
No, and like I think like speaking from someone that I now consider myself an artist, if someone used my stuff and was like, yeah, like I didn't pay her to use this stuff, but like she's amazing and this is her name and she did it and like go find her. Yeah, like I would
Did
be
did they put like his name like in the credits and stuff?
that's a good question. I know they put like Matt Fraction,
Did
but
they? Yeah.
yeah, they did put his name. But it was going so quickly that I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a second look, but still
Yeah, you
people
know.
know that it's
Yeah,
him,
yeah. Yeah, it's
right?
one of those things that it's politics, but like by the way, if like Disney starts using your stuff, don't be like, it's good my name got out there. You get paid.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Also, you get
Like, you
paid.
know what? I do agree that like, yeah, Disney's got the money and they should pay him.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised at one bit that they aren't.
No, they didn't get rich by giving everybody money.
E- e- exactly. There's a like you know, there's a reason that when they built Disney World, they were like, no, we don't want your cops and your paramedics coming in here. Like, we'll buy our own. Like, they don't want to give anyone anything. So
No, we'll pay them less too.
exactly, right?
I will say this.
And because of that, we get tons of good content. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. When I was looking like at the cover of this, I was trying to like kind of see like what vibe I was getting from it. Like, and I was like, it's kind of like retro, but like how did I describe it? I did describe it in some way, but basically it feels very, very retro, but like it looks like a hipster book, to be honest. Like
Yeah, there's a lot of purple in it.
yeah, and
It's very purple.
it's so dumb to me. Like I can be so dumb sometimes. So Hawkeye, arrows, but I didn't even like this didn't even occur to me that it was a target. I was like, he's going into like spirals or whatever. And I was like, I'm an idiot. It's obviously a target.
like you know what, that's the whole thing too with the like his art. It's like, yeah, but it's a lot of purple and targets and stuff like that. Like, does
It's
he
kind of
own
on the
it?
nose.
Yeah, does he own purple and targets? Like, you know, maybe we should be crediting whoever created the bow and arrow for all of this. Thank
Sorry.
you, Ung from the Cave Dynasty.
So I also like I really enjoy the fact that the comic book and even the show does a really good job of like, yeah, this is exactly kind of what I pictured Hawkeye to be. Like nobody really talks like about him. Like he's kind of like the Howie of the Avengers. Like Howie was in Backstreet Boys, and he was like, 2 out of 10 girls liked him.
He's like, he's just kind of there and getting shit on. Like when he like
Yeah.
whenever he gets recognized in the comics, they're like, aren't you an Avenger? Iron Fist. He's like, I'm not Iron Fist.
And I like
Or
that they lean right into it though.
yeah. Or there's the one guy in his building that never like, calls him Hawkeye. He's like, Hawkeye. There's even like a part where like he gets like super frustrated trying to explain it to him. He's like, Hawk I. He's like, Hawk guy. Yeah. Yeah, it pretty much ends like him just being like, yeah, sure, I'm Hawk guy, whatever.
Yeah, well, fine, that works. Which
Yeah.
we've all been there. I've been called Emily and I've just taken it. Like Stacy, I'm just like, that's fine. It ends in E. I'll answer to
Some
it.
like many times at my work, we've had new people come in and I'll tell them my name is Justin, just so they'll call me Justin for like months and weeks until they're like, I've been calling you Justin. I'm like, oh, I heard Dustin. Oh, I guess we both got it lucky. That's just my little joke to it, like that I never really let anyone in on, just to mess with people.
Now they're all gonna know. That's probably our fan base, is everyone that loves Justin.
My name is really Justin, by the way, everyone.
Oh fuck, I've
So,
been calling you Dustin for so long.
oh no, you must have just heard it wrong. Weird, eh?
Weird. Fuck. Yeah. What was I? Oh, so just to kind of like compare a little bit, like that leaning into thing where he's just kind of like, yeah, I'm unknown, it's fine, is like in the show where he gets confused and he's like, that's Katniss Everdeen.
When they
Spoiler
go to
alert.
Times, yeah, when they go to
Yeah.
Times Square.
Yeah.
All right,
Ah,
well, you know what? Why don't actually I got a couple things about the show.
yeah.
Where is it here? All right, here it is. During during Matt Fraction's run, 1 year, the comic issue 11 actually won comic of the year in both the Harvey and Eisner awards for issue 11.
Those are big nerd awards, aren't they?
Yeah, and issue 11 is told completely from Pizza Dog's perspective, and the only words in it are like words that a dog would understand, like no, yes, good boy.
Oh my god. Oh, I must read. I gotta read it now. Pizza Dog.
Yeah, it's a good one. You know what? I'm excited for you to get this because there's even like a couple issues that are like based over Christmas, and like they're pretty good ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. I want to name our next dog Pizza Dog. Ben didn't go for it though. We'll work on it.
Maya could always use a nickname.
Yeah, that's true. She would like pizza. She does.
There you go. But yeah, all right, let's get into the show now, right?
Yeah, yeah. Um, so I noticed from just reading the first comic, I liked, and I think it really worked for people that haven't read the comics. If you're just coming into it, they did a really good job at making that connection between them and putting still a lot of like hints or kind of like hat tips to the comic, but they did it more so I feel like through Kate Bishop
Mhm.
opposed to Hawkeye. You know what I mean?
During her whole training like
Yeah.
sequence, right? After we get to see like, her destroy the clock tower, which
Yeah, well, like even that it
did you
starts.
like the name on the clock tower
No.
was the name of remember in the first Iron Man,
Yeah.
the old bald guy with the beard, Obadiah Stane, that like, he got into the other Iron Man suit and fought Iron Man.
Okay, yeah, I do. Yeah.
The building was named after him. That sorry,
Oh.
the clock tower that
Oh,
she
I didn't
destroyed in
even
the final
notice
battle.
that. All
Yeah.
I was laughing at was like the she's shooting the air or whatever and starts with this looks bad. And it's the very first line of the comic book, right? So
Yeah.
um and like they have the Camaro at one point, and well, we can get into that.
Yeah. We'll
But
get to that. All right.
yeah.
All right, we got to that. The the Battle of New York through like her her perspective and all that, right?
So super morbid. I turned to Ben and I go, so basically her memory of Hawkeye is when he was trying to save a bunch of people but killed other people. He's like slamming into a building.
Well, I seen a meme on that, and it was like because you know how like right after her dad's like funeral, she's like, I need a bow and arrow, right?
Yeah.
I seen a meme and it was like, it's a damn good thing the Hulk didn't save her, because and then it shows her and she's like, I need steroids and green pants and purple pants.
Oh god.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was real cool seeing it like, from like their perspective, and like, how like, we seen it through the Avengers, and we're like, yay, fun.
Yeah, yay, they're fighting stuff where it's like
Yeah,
people are terrified. They don't know what's going on.
yeah, I know. Like this little girl's just like, oh my god, my fucking dad's dead.
Yeah, it was rough.
The guy with a boat saved me. Yeah, I know. Right? Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Like, I'd love to live in the Marvel universe, but not as a regular fucking person. Fuck that shit.
Right? You would never feel safe. You don't know if you're gonna go to work and you're gonna get slammed like on the
I know,
subway.
eh? I know it, like, especially living somewhere like New York, and it's like, no, I can't come to fucking work, okay? There's no doors on my car because Spider-Man tore them off and threw them at someone.
Your insurance doesn't cover that. We apologize.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's a vigilante, he's a menace. But yeah, it would suck to be a regular person in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd definitely be trying to pull like her and be like, yo, like, look at all this shit. I need some sick skills because I'm gonna get like one of these heroes is gonna kill me by accident.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't know because like when you meet Hawkeye in like the Avenger movies, he has a family,
Mhm.
right? And then in the show, he obviously has the same family, but in the comic book, he's kind of like a man whore, it seems like.
A
And I
little
kind of
bit,
wish that I kind of wish they kept that because I think it
right?
would work a little bit better with like them being kind of like, I don't want to call them losers because in a lot of ways they're not, but like if they didn't have the super skills they did, they would be
They'd be
probably just
regular
lose.
ass people.
Yeah, they'd be regular losers.
Yeah. And you know what? That's, you see, that's why I also wouldn't want to live in the Marvel universe because no matter how successful you are, if you don't have superpowers, you're still just a regular ass loser.
Yeah, you're just a regular. That's really the message of this whole
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
But yeah,
Get
like,
skills if you live in the Marvel universe, or else you're just a regular ass loser.
hey, that translates to normal life too.
Spider-Man's best friend, regular ass loser.
Yeah, it's so I guess like to give him a family was to make it more of a family, like so younger kids could watch the show, I guess.
uh,
Yeah, who knows? It's just because
yeah,
like I guess or maybe Jeremy Renner, he just seems like too much of a gentleman. I don't know.
yeah. You know what? Maybe maybe they were like, yo, Jeremy, we need you to bang a bunch of women. And he's like, I won't do it. I need a wife.
I will only bang one fake woman.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just like, yo, look, breaks one arrow. He's like, we puts a bunch together, family strong.
Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, Jeremy?
Jeremy's so weird. God, why did we sign this contract? But I did like so spoilers if you haven't figured it all out already, was like I think he is kind of the same, like why I like him and Venom, because they're very much the same. Like they're always just like whatever task they have to do, however dangerous or whatever, it's just kind of like they're slightly inconvenienced. Like their wife asked them to go to the grocery store. Like even like getting the Ronin outfit back. I think it was in episode 1 or 2. And he has to
Yeah.
go to that role playing thing, like that role playing convention, where
I
he's just
love
like,
that.
fuck. It's just like trying to get to the guy where he's just like, can you give me my goddamn suit? Like shit.
Yeah. He's so fat. Like, you know what? I love it because he's just like, if like him throughout this whole thing, he's just total dad mode, right? Like, just I have no patience for anything. I'm tired. I just want to go home. Like,
Yeah.
that's his vibe throughout this whole fucking series so far is I just want to go home.
Yeah, I'm just so tired of
Yeah.
bullshit life. Like he's just worked
Just
his last shift.
Yeah, just a tired dad that wants to go home and sit down. And you know what? I really relate to that.
I can feel that. Yeah.
Fucking right.
Yeah,
I'm
so
really like, I'm really pulling hard for him to get home in time for Christmas.
right, me too. And I feel like maybe I'm hoping my theory for season or episode 6 is he'll end up bringing Kate home with him for Christmas and they'll both be home for Christmas.
Oh, you know what? I think he's definitely gonna bring her home for Christmas because I think her mom is definitely evil as fuck.
Right? That actress is just evil as fuck. I don't even know her. She might be a nice person, but her
She's
face,
always evil. She's got that
right?
evil look.
Isn't she the Conjuring lady?
I think she is.
Yeah, the psychic or whatever.
She's
She
not
has a
she's not evil in that movie
right,
though.
right. She just
But we
finds evil
still
things.
don't trust her in this series anyway. We're watching her.
No,
Like, you
yeah,
know what? I don't trust her.
I
I
just
got
get
my
that
eye on
vibe. We're like mean
Miss
girls.
Mrs. Bishop. I got my eye on you. I'm just saying.
And your stupid boyfriend.
Yep. No, I like him. I like him. You know what? My theory on him is that he's harmless. He's just like, like, yeah, he can handle a sword, but I think he's just a harmless doofus.
Yeah, yeah. He could be just be like it could be the swap and switch where she ends up finding out that it's her mom that's the evil asshole the whole time.
Exactly. She's so focused on him, like fucking like, come on, he was like when he was talking about how he bought a book on how to be a stepdad. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, fucking he's like, you're challenging me because you want my respect.
She's like, yeah, good paying, good job.
Uh, but actually his character taught like he's called the swordsman in Marvel.
Oh, okay.
And he actually taught Hawkeye how to like sword bat.
Oh, so I guess they're just trying to kind of do little
So
nods where
like,
they can,
yeah.
right?
So like also like we saw at the end of episode 3 there, she like, like they could very well like we could come to episode 4 now and they could like recognize each other like, oh, I know him.
Oh, yeah, because it does end that way.
Because in the comics they do know each other. But
Ah.
he's a bad guy in the comics too.
Oh,
Yeah, because like
yeah.
remember I said Hawkeye used to be a bad guy. He was like a thief and like a carny. Or like yeah.
And
That's
all
why like
carnies.
yeah. That's why when you read the comic, there's a part where he has Tony Stark over to his apartment and Tony Stark's making fun of him and calling him a carny and shit.
That would happen. So how do you feel about the woman that I think it's Haley Steinfeld? How do you feel she did as Kate Bishop?
Love it.
I do too.
Love it. I think she hits it right on the head. She's
Yeah,
great, right?
I think so. I think she does a perfect amount of like insecure, but well, same as
Like
Hawkeye, just like overconfident, but still insecure. So
yeah,
she just doesn't shut up.
like the Gary part, like when you don't even know my name, Gary. Like that was just perfect. Like I was like, all right, she's Kate Bishop. This is cool.
Yeah, you don't even know my name.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the problem. I quit. He's like, no, you can't quit.
that was a um that scene. Sorry, my eyes are itchy. Uh, is that in any comic at all where she puts on the Ronin costume?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so it was just kind of a meet cute. Like that's how they
Yeah,
tried to.
I think that's kind of got to symbolize, like, how you read the comic of them meeting.
Mhm.
That's like, just to bring them together, like, like just how in that comic, like her trying to steal his bow and arrow was just to bring them together, I think.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Makes sense.
Mm.
Okay. Oh.
Sorry. All right,
Mm.
let's talk about that scene in the car,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So in the comic, and this is again another flip, she's the one driving and he's the one shooting,
Yep.
right? I think I like it the way they did it better in the show, just because it's exactly like, what does this one do?
Yeah,
And
it's like her introduction to, like, she's just been shooting regular ass sticks around
yeah.
before. Like now she's shooting like fucking trick arrows made by like all fucking Hank Pym, right? You seen that one.
yeah.
Okay, you know what? We'll get back to the other arrows. I want to talk about that arrow right away. I fucking love that. I think that was like the highlight of the series so far.
Sorry, the Pym? I didn't
Yeah,
hear.
remember he shot the one arrow that like hit her arrow and her arrow got huge?
Yeah.
That that was made by like Ant-Man's guy Hank Pym.
Oh, okay. I was like, what do you?
That's why it said Pym on the thing before he shot it.
Oh man, these are things that I don't pick up on. Maybe I will one day. Maybe I'll get to that level of nerd.
I had to like fucking like after he shot it and it made the thing, I was like, that was fucking Pym arrow, and I had to rewind it to like see the thing on it because it happened so fast. But yeah, that, oh my god, so cool, eh?
yeah, I sorry. I like that they can't, since they can't stay like true to the comic, they still find ways to incorporate it into it. So sorry, I'm losing my thought here.
It's
But
all right.
uh so when they're in that car and after they shoot that arrow and she's kind of like, I don't know, they like instantly trust each other. Like
Yeah, they kind of like, well, I think like, up until that point, like he hadn't really seen her skills. Like, there was the part where the tracksuit bros attack them in the beginning, and she's like, she shoots like one or two things, but then she's like, oh, I'll shoot the fire extinguisher, and it just flies around the room.
yeah, that's true. I guess he
Right?
finds a new respect for her.
Yeah, he sees like, all right, she's actually really got skills,
Yeah. Yeah. I won't do too much of a spoiler, but he like tries to compliment her, but he can't hear anything. So
right?
he's just repeating things back to her. Anyways, that was a side note. But yeah, so in
This whole thing is spoilers.
right. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess I don't really have to keep saying it, eh?
If they're like, what, if they're listening to it at this point, by the time it comes out, it it is what it is. We're telling you what happened. You better have watched it by now.
Yeah, that's true. This is your fault. I'm gonna
Yes.
gaslight all of you.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna write spoilers on the tagline. So, watch at your own peril.
But yeah, so I think I want to see more trick arrows. That's definitely something.
What was your favorite trick arrow? We'll leave the Pym arrow out on its own because that was just a whole, like how aren't the other Avengers gonna be like, how did this giant arrow get in the middle of the highway?
How many cars did he take out?
Hawkeye, Jeremy.
Yeah, they just start calling him Jeremy in the movie too. Huh. I think the plunger's the funniest one.
Right?
Yeah. But the other
She
ones that kind of
shoots.
blow up, or the acid ones are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the one that they shot at the front of the thing and it grabbed all the Christmas trees and started pulling it on them. uh, or
Yeah.
uh or like, it wasn't my favorite, but it was definitely my favorite moment when they shot when she shoots the USB arrow at the one tracksuit bro and he's like, ah! It hits him in the chest and he like screams and it does nothing.
I gotta say, I really love how basic those bros are. They're just straight
Oh
up
god.
goons.
Oh god, I love them. It's like they're not formidable because any other reason besides there's just a lot of them.
Yeah.
they're fucking idiots, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of them.
What's the name of their business? I laughed at it, but now I can't remember it. Move a bro or something?
Yeah,
Is it
trust a
move a bro?
bro, trust a bro, or something. It's got bro in it.
Yeah.
Everything had bro in it, like bro,
Bro, we're interrogating you, bro.
yeah, bro, look at me, bro. I am interrogating you, and he just pulls like the thing apart. Twice he does that to them.
The villain in this, does she ever come up in the comics?
Yeah, she's actually okay, good. I'm glad we're talking about her because you see her whole like growing up
Mm-hmm.
scene and all that. There's people are saying like Kingpin, because in the comics, Kingpin's the one that like not like raised her, but like, kept an eye on her when he seen like her skills and what she can do and kind of like
Okay.
turned her into like one of his assassins. So a lot of people are thinking that this show is gonna have Kingpin from the Daredevil series, the Netflix one. And it'll be the first time, if it's true, it'll be the first time that one of the Netflix things comes over into the actual MCU.
Oh, I haven't seen the Daredevil on Netflix.
Oh, miss it, yo.
It's
The
good.
Dare the Daredevil and the Punisher, so good. We'll do an episode on Daredevil and Punisher. We'll make it like a two thing because they're like so closely connected.
Oh, okay. Ben
Yeah,
Affleck
but
kind of. Well, we won't go to Ben Affleck.
no, we won't. But I think there's 3 seasons of Punisher. Sorry, 3 seasons of Daredevil and 2 seasons of Punisher. And Punisher, the first season especially. So,
Is that the one with the guy from Walking Dead?
yep.
Okay.
And he like if we are lucky, they will bring him over and keep him as Punisher.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, he does a good job.
he was so good. There's a scene where he like fights all these guys and like all he's got is like a sledgehammer and he's just destroying them.
Oh,
It is it's so good. It's so violent and so bloody. There's another one. There's another one in Daredevil where he's like in like this white jumpsuit because he's in jail and like fucking like he's walking down a hallway and all the cells open and all the guys come out and like by the time he leaves that like corridor with all the cells, he's not wearing a white jumpsuit anymore and everyone's fucking dead.
oh man, I gotta watch
It is so good. Oh God,
it.
I can't believe you didn't watch it. Like like the next time there's a lull in stuff, so good. Start with Daredevil. Start with
Okay.
Daredevil.
So yeah, so if you're listening to the podcast, start with Daredevil.
Yeah, we like we'll do a Daredevil episode and a Punisher episode. Oh, so good. Those series were like so good. The other Netflix series, not so much, but those ones so good. Okay, back to Hawkeye.
Back.
Sorry, you
Yes.
got me going. Those
All
are
right. We went on a tangent. That's all right.
but where were we what were we talking about?
The villain and Kingpin.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like yeah, a lot of people are thinking that it's gonna be him like coming over now. And like there's a
Mm.
lot of rumors for that. And we know like Disney's all about like let's get these other things we own in there anyway, and let's just connect everything now,
Yeah.
right? Because the
Disney and Amazon. Oh, I'm so excited.
multiverses open up. So, like what we got Spider-Man coming up and like
Yes, and we got tickets for it.
yes, we do. So good. But yeah, so Hawkeye series, we've watched episodes 1 to 3. We love it. We approve it. It's a fun Christmas ride too. How
I
about the
think so too.
Rogers musical? Do you like that?
Oh my god. I I love that his the daughter's like, "Did you turn off your hearing aid?" That would be so it's almost like the way it's so over the top that it's like borderline inappropriate. It's like if somebody made a musical of like World War II
Like 2 years after it happened, and then they're like,
I'm dead.
yeah, I know, they bring in all the survivors of like the fucking like death camps to watch the like death camp scene of them dancing and shit. Like, this
It's
isn't
like,
funny.
yeah, this. Why are we liking this?
This is horribly inappropriate, America.
Yeah. So I like that because I was like, that would be totally something that
Yeah.
humans would do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It totally tracks. I liked how he was like kind of salty about how Ant-Man was there. He's like, I don't need to listen to it. I know what happened. I was there. You know who wasn't there? That guy.
Yeah. But yet he uses one of his arrows. So
Yeah, yeah. I think they're probably like, maybe they're buddies because they were both on Team Cap
yeah,
in
maybe they're
Civil
frenemies.
War. Maybe, you know what? Like, he had the Pym arrow. There was that. There's only been 3 episodes, and 2 of them have had nods to Ant-Man so far. So maybe we get to see Ant-Man.
I hope so. That guy's
Wouldn't
awesome.
that be neat, eh?
But I hope he
If
just
Paul
comes as
Rudd
Paul Rudd.
shows up. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's not even like, he just refuses to acknowledge the character and all. He's like, I'm Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I don't. Jeremy, why are we doing
Yeah,
this?
I'm an actor, Jeremy. Take this shit seriously.
But yeah, let us know what you guys thought of
Yeah.
the episode at the Duck Pond. Is it Duck Pond Pod or on Facebook? I think it's the Duck Pond Podcast, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Much like Hawkeye, we have a problem with branding.
Yeah, we're not very good at it.
Yeah, we're not very good at branding. Most people just think we're Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, and if this is going to be on YouTube, if you like us, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, subscribe button.
We got Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, we got all. Look at us.
I know, eh?
We're hip.
Yes, we are.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Reading Rainbow. Okay, cut it off.